Students, welcome to my channel Economics at a Glance. Today in this video we will study law of equimarginal utility. I will cover here the definition, assumption, examples and limitation. Well, one thing I want to say here that after this video, if you want to test yourself regarding the topic LDMU and LEMU, you can go to the link I have mentioned in my description box. There you can get a mock test regarding LDMU and LEMU, so you can test yourself. So let's get started. First, LEMU, that is law of equimarginal utility. So what is it? According to Alfred Marshall, if a person has a thing which he can put to several uses, he will distribute it between those uses in such a way that it has same marginality in all. Okay, we have one thing which we have to put in several uses and we have to put same marginality from every uses. Okay, what it is exactly we will discuss later. So it is Gauss's second law. So what is Gauss's first law? That is law of diminishing marginal utility, which I have described in my previous video. Still, if you have not seen that video, you can go to the link I have mentioned in my description box. So LEMU, it is otherwise called as law of substitution and law of proportionality. It is very important for the JRF students, those who are preparing. LEMU, what it is called otherwise, it is otherwise called law of substitution, law of proportionality. What assumptions taken here? First, rational consumer. The consumer should know that what is the commodity, how to use that and how to get profit out of it. He has full knowledge about the commodities, their attributes. The commodities are divisible and substitutable, and the utility measured in utils. Obviously, it is under cardinal utility. Under cardinal utility, the utility will be measured in utils. So here, the consumer allocates his income in such a way that marginal utility of goods purchased would be in proportion. That means the income I have, I will use them in so many goods in such a way that the marginal utility should be in proportion. That's why it is law of proportionality. Suppose there are 3 goods. I am doing expenditure of my income on that 3 goods. So, marginal utility derived from X divided by price of that X commodity should be equals to marginal utility derived from the commodity Y in proportion to price of Y should be equals to marginal utility derived from the commodity Z in proportion to price of that Z equals to K. K is here constant. How we will access this thing? We will discuss. See, here is an example. Suppose you have total income 60 rupees. Okay, you have total income 60 rupees and 2 good we will take because LEMU is for 2 or more goods. We will take here 2 goods for simplification. So you have chocolates and chips. Okay, price of chocolate is 10 rupees and price of chips is 5 rupees. Okay, let's assume. So here I have shown the marginal utility of chocolate and marginal utility of chips. Okay, as you can see here, marginal utility of chocolate, when we go on consuming more, the marginal utility, it goes on declining. Okay, similarly for chips also, it goes on declining when we go on increasing the consumption of the commodity. Okay, so here our focus is how to find the equilibrium point. That is the major focus. Okay, well, the equilibrium point is marginal utility in proportion to price should be equal. So first we will find out what is the value for marginal utility in proportion to price for chocolate and for chips also separately. Marginal utility value we have, price value we also have. So we can find out easily 100 by 10 because here marginal utility of chocolate for the first unit is 100 and price is 10 rupees. Okay, so 100 by 10, that is 10. 90 by 10, 9. Similarly 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. For the chips, The marginal utility for the first unit is 35 and price is 5 rupees. So 35 by 5, that is 7. Similarly 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we have marginal utility in proportion to price both for chocolate and chips. Now we will do what? We will see where they both are equal. Where? See. Okay. See. When we will see fourth unit of chocolate and first unit of chips, then it will be equal. When we will take 5 units of chocolate and 2 units of chips, then it will be equal. When we will take 6 units of chocolate and 3 units of chips, then it will be equal. When we will take 7 units of chocolate and 4 units of chips, then it will be equal. So the problem arises here is where to operate, where the consumer should operate. Well, see. Another thing we have, the income is limited, that is 60 rupees. See, income is our 60 rupees, that is the limitation. We can do expenditure within 60 rupees only. So what we will do, see, 4 chocolate plus 1 chips. These are the options. 4 chocolate 1 chips, 5 chocolate 2 chips, 6 chocolate 3 chips, 7 chocolate 4 chips. So we will find out the price and which will match within our income. We will go for that. See, 4 chocolate 1 chips, 4 into 10. 10 means price of chocolate plus 1 into 5 because price of chips is 5 rupees. It is 45. It is within our income. We can expend still more. So we're not choosing this. Next one is 5 chocolate and 2 chips. 5 into 10 plus 2 into 5, that is 50 plus 10, 60. Well, we have 60 rupees. We can go for it. Okay. Let's check the other also. 6 chocolate, 3 chips, it will provide 75. We cannot afford that. And next one 90 rupees. Well, we cannot afford that. So the point where the consumer should operate is 5 chocolates and 2 chips. Getting my point? How we will calculate our law of equimarginal utility and consumer equilibrium? So what are the limitations here? The consumer need to carefully scrutinize regarding the price of commodities and their substitutes. Okay, so every time you cannot access, like before going to market, you have to access for every commodity. Okay, this is this much price, we have to do this much. We cannot scrutinize every time. Okay, so another is habit based expenditure. What happened here? We will go for 5 chocolates and 2 chips. But my habit is to only eat chocolate. I don't want chips. So what I will do? I cannot operate this law. Yes or no? So these are the 2 limitations. The next video will be on consumer surplus, which is the last law of cardinal utility. This is all about LEMU, that is law of equimarginal utility. If you want to know about the consumer surplus, be with my video. Very soon I'll be back with my next video, that is consumer surplus. Again, I want to tell you all that if you want to test yourself regarding the topic LDMU and LEMU, you can go to the link I have described in my description box. You can go to that link and you can appear the mock test so that you can get some confidence. Thank you.